Hoje eu tenho o maior prazer de estar aqui com a banda Duran Duran, uma das maiores bandas de rock da atualidade. Eu amo de paixão e eles vieram ao Brasil para fazer um show incrível sobre sustentabilidade. E hoje eu estou aqui com o Nick e com o John. Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Very nice
Very
meeting you.
well.
I'm a
Nice to meet
fan.
you too.
How are you?
Hello.
Oh, yeah, well, right, well, sorry, the TV presenters are a little confused. So let me ask you something for a start. How is the story with Brazil? Like, did you guys love Brazil? Have you been here before? How does it work with the band, Duran Duran being such a big band and coming to Brazil?
Well, we first came here in '88, I think, on the Notorious tour. Right. And we played Morumbi Stadium in Sao Paulo, and we played Rock in Rio. And then we didn't come back for years and years. I think we were here about 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think we were once in the 90s, but we haven't been here enough, is the truth.
Do you like it?
We love it here. What's not to like?
I don't know. Do you like Brazilian music?
Yes. I don't know so much about modern Brazilian music, but obviously people like Caetano, we know, the more international artists. I'd like to discover more, but it's just the sense of the energy here that people have. I mean, people say, oh, South American audiences are the best audiences. They actually are.
They get really excited.
Yeah, well, they get excited. They sing louder than everybody else.
Really?
They dance more than everyone else. They got a better sense of rhythm. It just feels like that.
They rip their shirts off in summer?
We didn't see so much of that.
Well, if you compare to London, yes.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
You see, and there's the weather. Yeah. Mind you, it was pretty rainy.
Do you like the heat? Because normally English people have a hard time with the heat.
I mean, we just like everything about it. I think that's one of the reasons why we chose Rio as an album title. You know, we'd gone around the world in the first couple of years of the 80s, and Rio still had this, there was still this exotic feeling to Rio that we'd not been there. And it's still, there's something about Brazil that has that, you know, to us, to a couple of English boys from suburban Birmingham.
Now this show here, this concert here was all about this like eco wave now that people are hopefully getting more and more into it because we know the planet is in trouble. What do you guys do for that sort of, you know, wave of people trying to help? Being so famous, you guys really can help.
I think everybody individually has to have a consciousness. I think we're all
pretty decent. I think we all recycle simple things. Yeah, absolutely.
But then you guys came to this project that was a special project, so I guess you guys do a lot of stuff for that.
You know, in '85 we did Live Aid, and Live Aid was driven by the passion of really one man, Bob Geldof. You know, really believed passionately that they had to do that event had to take place, and it was a super significant event. And there was a big change after Live Aid in how people presented themselves, and I really think since then, you know, everybody has been more conscious and had more concern about the planet and people around the world, you know, than before. Early 80s was more like the 70s. It was like a little more decadent.
Peace and love. So, tell me about this new album.
Produced by Mark Ronson.
That's what I heard. Adele and all these people. It's like
Yeah. We were really lucky to get him. I mean, we've had a relation. We've known him on and off for years. I mean, he was a Duran fan when he was 10. And it was a fantasy for him to work with us, and we couldn't have found a better producer, could we?
No, definitely not. He really understood what we were about, and he wanted to take things back to the essence of the band.
Do you miss being like on top of the world, like Duran Duran has been a major band for, you know, ever?
With a home tattoo, happy birthday to you, was created for you.
We've been very lucky with our career because we've always been able to go somewhere in the world and play.
Oh no,
whereas
there's
you
no
know,
doubt.
if our sales have been a little lower in, I don't know, Brazil, we've been able to go to Italy and to America and to Britain.
Oh no. What I mean is like the band has always been great. When you're a great band, it's never not going to be great. I mean, what I mean is sort of lay low. Do you kind of enjoy the laying low time?
Well, I think,
yeah.
Just to take time for the family and all
We
that.
don't take a lot of time off though. We sort of finish a project and we start
Sort
a
of a
new
new one.
album, then we go out and we tour again. That's what I mean. We really kept going,
I
even
see.
through different periods where the records may not have been as popular, some of them, and then other ones have been enormously popular, but we've always been able to just do I don't know, a 6 to 12 month tour, and to make an album, which usually again takes us 6 to 12 months.
Well, you guys definitely have millions of fans, so it's just never going to end.
It's handy that.
Well, I don't want to take much more of your time. And is there anything that you guys want to say to the Brazilian fans that went crazy on the concert yesterday?
Well, they were fantastic. Thank you all for coming, really. And you know, we'll be back. I think that's the thing. We need to spread and meet some more people here and go to some different cities.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Have a safe trip back
Thank you.
to London. Thank you so much. Bom, gente, agora eu tô com a outra parte do grupo, né? Que eu tô com o Roger e o Simon. E agora o negócio vai ficar completo. Primeiro eu vou dizer boa noite. Tudo bem, Rod?
Hey.
How are you? Nice meeting you.
Very good.
How are you, Simon?
I'm good, thank you.
Very nice meeting you. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Is that sort of eco trip really important to you guys? And we noticed that the young people are really into this eco sort of projects, and the older people are sort of catching on.
We've never been a band to preach to people about politics or environmental issues, but I think these days, if it does have some sort of meaning to the gig or the festival, you know, it's definitely more attractive to us.
Why not,
you know,
right?
And you know, we can kind of help spread the word.
Yeah.
And it's up to the individuals to really pick up on off the positive vibe of the whole thing.
I think that the whole issue is much more important to young people, because let's face it, we'll all be dead in 50 years.
It's true.
But they won't be, you know. And so what happens in the future is important.
Sometimes, like people like you that are famous more even than the politicians, when you spread the word, is much more sort of effective than politicians, because people listen to you.
Yeah, it's a massive responsibility, and you've got to be very careful you get it right, what you say.
What about Brazil as like, why is everybody sort of wanting to come to Brazil now? Everybody says Brazil is the country of the future.
Brazil's up and coming, isn't it?
Right.
You know, it's big. You've got an economy that's actually working, that's actually growing. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of scope for growth here. There's and I think that, and also as far as music's concerned, it's one of the great producers of music in the world. You know, Brazilian music you have your own music here, and you export that. So it's kind of important to us to kind of come here and have a go.
Whose idea was this video clip with the girls singing? 2 million viewers in like a week?
I know.
Whose idea was it?
Yeah, it was Nick's actually.
Nick Rhodes.
Nick came up with the master plan.
The concept.
Yeah,
It's
we
a
thought what a
fantastic
great idea.
Yeah. I mean,
We happen
Nick
to
does,
know a lot of the girls as well. Well, I mean,
Yeah, sort
all
of
the girls
family.
that, played our parts.
No, we're very pleased with it.
Do they love it?
Yeah. I think the girls love it. I mean, we love it. We definitely love
It's
it.
a big hit.
Yeah.
How is this integration with fashion and your songs?
I think the aesthetic side has always been very important to us, right from the beginning. The bands that we grew up on were so image conscious, like Bowie and Roxy Music, and even the punk thing really had a lot of visual energy to it.
Right.
So we kind of picked up on that, and video was a natural extension of that, I guess, and it was a very natural fit for us.
Well, I'd like to say, I know you guys have to leave, so I don't want to take much of your time, but thank you so very much for being here. Can you say hello to SuperPop? SuperPop
Hello.
proud.
SuperPop.
There you
You
go.
are super.
There you go. He's English, you know.
That was terrible.
That's fine. Muito obrigada, Duran Duran.